Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Stacy. I'm filming in a different location today because I'm currently in the beautiful state of Tennessee. I am very behind on filming. This is, as you can see, my wrap up for February, and I don't know what day it is in March. Time stops while you're out here, and I've just been so insanely busy trying to make the house livable. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of painting the last couple days, and I have more painting to do today, and it's beautiful out. It's almost 70 degrees, and I just thought, why not pop outside and film in front of my old dilapidated barn before the barn falls over. It's no longer with us. So yeah, also I would really love to attempt to do this in a one take situation. I'm so busy that I don't know when I'll ever be able to edit this video, so if I can just film this all in one go, mistakes and all, and throw it up onto the internet, that's my goal with this. So sorry if it is terrible and I say every other word. Let's just dive into this. So the first book I read was The Great Divorce by C.S. Lewis. I didn't like it. It was a short book. I listened to it on Scribd. I didn't understand it. It didn't make any sense to me. It was just confusing, and I didn't know what was going on. So yeah, I didn't like it. Moving on, the next book I read was Safely Home by Randy Alcorn. That was a 5-star read for me. Absolutely loved it. It is a fiction book about Christian persecution in China. And it's about two best friends. One is American, one is Chinese. They were roommates in college. And the Chinese man goes back to China after college and has it really rough, lives a really rough life, but he is such a good Christian man and has a great Christian wife and raising a Christian son. And the American grows up to become a rich businessman in America, and he has trips to China for work. And while he's there, he hangs out with his old roommate, and he discovers how horrible the situation is for Christians in China. You have to read this. You have to read it. It is so good, so heartfelt, so inspiring. It is amazing, and it makes me want to read a whole lot more from Randy Alcorn. So yeah, 5 stars. There's a lot of traffic on this road, so I'm sorry if I'm looking up. The next book I read was On the Cliffs of Foxglove, Manor by Jamie Jo Wright. This is like maybe the 4th book I've read from her, and it might be my least favorite. I really did not like the storyline. It has to do with Civil War gold that was being run through Minnesota or Wisconsin, one of those states way up north, and it was on Lake Superior. Lake Superior is where it took place, and I just didn't like the plot. I didn't like the background story. It took me forever to get through. I just didn't find it very interesting. So yeah, I liked her other books better. It was okay, but it definitely was not my favorite from Jamie Jo Wright. Let me show you really quick what I'm looking at, because I keep looking down, and you might find this funny. I went through my Goodreads to figure out what books I read last month, and I wrote it all down on this paint, this paint brochure that I got from Lowe's, so I could figure out what paint colors I wanted. But I wrote my books on here, and that's what I'm looking at. My whole life is about paint right now. So the next book I read was Love Comes Softly by Janette Oak. I picked this up because I own the book set. I don't know how many are in the set. Celestia did tell me, but I can't remember. But I own several of the books in the set. And Chantel does the Read Your Shelf challenge, and it's 1 book a month, and she gives you like a word or a theme or something you pick for that book, and it's books that you already own. And the book for February, or the word for February, was love, and so Love Comes Softly fit perfectly for that challenge. I like this book. I really like Janette Oakes' writing. I've read 4 or 5 of her other books from a different series, and I really like them. This takes place like the prairie, back when people were moving west in like horse-drawn wagons. And this woman, her and her husband are moving west, and her husband dies on the journey, so she's left completely alone. And there is a man who lives in the area who lost his wife, and he has like an 18-month-old kid, and he needed a mom for the kid, so they end up getting married. And I loved it. I thought it was very sweet. It was very faith-based. There was a lot of faith elements in this book. So yeah, I thought it was really good, and I'm going to continue on with the series. The last book I read, I actually finished it on March 1st, but I'm going to go ahead and throw it in here because it was so long. And this one kind of breaks my heart that I didn't love it because it's Frank Peretti, but I read Prophet, and I did not like this book, and it was 19 hours to listen to, so that was a big chunk of my life that I'll never get back. I wanted to love it because I loved This Present Darkness and Piercing the Darkness so much. This book is titled Prophet, and in the beginning it makes you think that it's going to be about this man who he starts hearing things. He starts hearing like people crying out, and he starts hearing kind of the thoughts and inner workings of people that are around him. So you think the book is gonna be about this like normal guy who all of a sudden turns into a prophet and how he's dealing with that. But I would say 90% of this huge book was about abortion. A lot of it is botched abortions, and 5% of it is about what it's like to work in a news station, because he was a newscaster, and the other 5% is about the stuff he was hearing and the prophet stuff. And I wish the book focused more on the prophet part. I think that would have been way more interesting, and you'd get so much more faith in this story. But it was so heavy on the abortion side, and a lot of it I feel like he was trying to explain all the reasons why abortion is bad, but it wasn't necessarily the biblical reasons. A lot of it had to do with safety reasons, which, yes, that's a big reason why abortion is bad, is the safety reasons, because it's not women's health at all, like they try to say. But he left out a lot of the things that he could have put in on the biblical basis of it, and there was just a lot of missed opportunities, I think, with this book. So yeah, it was just really long. It was kind of a trudge to get through. It took me forever. It took me basically the whole month to get through. So yeah, I didn't like it. Also, it was extremely dialogue heavy. There was so much dialogue, so much conversation, and you start to like tune out or space out with so much conversation, and it was just a lot. This book was a lot. Anyway, that is all I read in February. I hope this video turns out okay, because like I said, I don't feel like editing it, and the sun's going in and out, and it's kind of blinding me. So yeah, I hope you guys had a great February and you have a great March, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.